There are nights when the universe whispers your name through the wind, and tonight, Taurus, that whisper becomes a declaration. Have you ever felt as if someone, unseen yet familiar, has been preparing a path for you? Have you sensed that your fortune was written by hands you've never touched, yet that somehow know your soul? A forgotten testament has resurfaced in the ether. One Baba Vanga herself hinted at, speaking of a lineage that would awaken under the light of the earth sign. She said, "When silence names you heir, destiny itself begins to move." And now, Taurus, that movement is beginning within you. Because before this moon completes its cycle, something hidden, a message, a signature, an inheritance not of gold but of purpose, will call your name. And when it does, the course of your life will no longer belong to chance, but to legacy. Taurus, destiny has been tracing your outline quietly, in places you rarely look, in the pauses between decisions, in the dreams you dismissed, in the people who appeared once and then vanished as if carrying a secret. There exists a testament not written on paper, but woven into the vibrational fabric of your existence. Its author? A soul that knew you before you were born. You were not chosen because of fortune or merit. You were remembered. Somewhere in the collective archives of spirit, your name glows with a golden hue that signals continuity. That is why lately you've felt the weight of invisible expectations, the strange pressure in your chest, the déjà vu of moments that feel older than time. What if those sensations are not anxiety, but recognition? What if the unease you call confusion is actually your inheritance trying to speak? Taurus, this testament doesn't arrive through lawyers or letters. It arrives through signs, a dream of ancient doors, a sudden thought of someone distant, a melody that repeats without reason. Each sign is a seal breaking. Each coincidence is a messenger saying, "Prepare yourself, the covenant is activating." For years, you've been asked to build stability, to ground others, to hold space while the world trembled. But now, the universe reverses the direction. You are the one being held. Something larger, a presence that feels both divine and human, is stepping forward to claim you as heir of a mission unfinished. This presence may come embodied as a stranger, a guide, a benefactor, a mentor whose eyes recognize you before words are exchanged. You might meet them by chance, yet nothing about it will be accidental. They carry a message encoded in their aura, and when they speak, the air will thicken, time itself will hesitate. Listen carefully to the first phrase they say to you. It will sound ordinary, but beneath it hides the activation code of your new chapter. From that moment, everything in your life that was delayed, denied, or distorted will begin to realign. Not by effort, but by resonance, because when destiny finally remembers your name, resistance becomes impossible. Taurus, you've always feared losing control, but destiny doesn't come to control you. It comes to reclaim what you forgot was yours. There's a hidden inheritance waiting, wisdom, resources, and allies that belong to your soul's lineage. This is why lately you've been drawn to symbols of keys, gates, or signatures. Your subconscious is preparing for the unlocking. Ask yourself now, what have I been protecting that might actually be meant to be shared? Whose legacy am I carrying without knowing? And why do I feel that something unseen is about to call my name aloud? Because it will. And when it does, the vibration will echo not just in your ears, but in your bones. Taurus, write this decree in the comments and speak it aloud as you read these words. It will anchor the inheritance into form. I claim the legacy written in my soul. What was once hidden now returns to me in divine timing. Feel the truth of it vibrating in your chest. The moment you declare it, unseen doors open. Forgotten promises find their way back. And if this message resonated with your inner knowing, leave your hype on this video. Like, comment, share, and if it moves your spirit, become a member of this channel. Every hype you give amplifies the current of light, helps this sacred space grow, and carries this revelation to souls who are ready to remember just like you. There are moments when destiny doesn't send signs, it sends people. And one of them, Taurus, is already walking toward you. You won't recognize them by face or title, but by the strange serenity they carry, as if they already know something about your life that you've yet to discover. They appear at a threshold moment when something inside you whispers, "I can't keep doing things the same way." It might be during an ordinary day, at work, on a journey, in a fleeting conversation, but the vibration will be anything but ordinary. The air will thicken, and a light pressure will bloom behind your ribs, the ancient signal that a sacred appointment is unfolding. This encounter is not chance. It is a soul summons written long before your first breath. The stranger is not a messenger of words, but of recognition. They will carry something small yet significant, an object, a phrase, a symbol, the signature of your unseen inheritance. Perhaps they mention a family name you've never heard, yet it stirs a memory. Perhaps they gift you something without reason. A key, a feather, a book, each one a cipher to your own divine archives. This is how the universe hides revelation inside the mundane, through gestures so subtle that only a soul awakened by destiny can interpret them. And here lies your task, Taurus, to stay awake enough to notice, because this time the universe will not shout, it will whisper. And if you are lost in the noise of duty, you may miss the knock meant only for you. Remember what Baba Vanga once said, "When the unseen calls you by name, the only mistake is pretending you didn't hear." This is that call. The energy of this testament moves like a current beneath your routines. It's rearranging meetings, detours, even delays, all orchestrated, so you find yourself exactly where you need to stand when the messenger arrives. If a plan collapses this week, if someone cancels, if timing suddenly shifts, do not resist. It's not rejection, it's repositioning. Every delay is a rethreading of fate. Every redirection is the invisible hand, aligning your coordinates with destiny's corridor. You may begin to sense patterns, people mentioning inheritance or legacy out of nowhere, hearing your name in places you weren't expected, feeling a sudden emotional wave when reading or hearing the word chosen. These are not coincidences. They are breadcrumbs of remembrance. Each one leads you back to a truth too vast to fit into memory, that you once vowed to return in this lifetime to finish what another began. Yes, Taurus, what unfolds now is not a beginning, but a continuation. The stranger's testament isn't about receiving wealth or property. It's about awakening the spiritual inheritance that runs through your lineage. The gift of stability turned to guidance, matter turned to light. You are the one meant to bridge heaven and earth through action, not preaching, through building, not boasting, through quiet strength that outlasts every storm. That's why your challenges have been relentless. Because the soil of destiny must be tilled before the seeds of inheritance can grow. Every loss you endured wasn't theft, it was space-making. Every ending wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And now, those emptied spaces are about to be filled with purpose, not possessions. Ask yourself, what if the person you will meet isn't bringing something new, but returning something that was always yours, the memory of who you truly are? What if this inheritance isn't something you find, but something that finds you the moment you stop running from your own worth? Because here is the sacred truth. Destiny does not need your permission, it needs your presence. When the stranger appears, your only task will be to listen. And somewhere in their story, in their eyes, or even in their silence, you'll feel it, that trembling recognition. I know you. I don't know how, but I know you. That's when you'll realize that this isn't the first time you've met them. It's the continuation of a promise that began before time took its first breath. And in that moment, Taurus, the energy of inheritance will pass through the air between you, not as words, but as light. It will touch your field, and something dormant within will awaken with the clarity of a bell ringing in sacred space. You may feel tears rise for no reason. Let them. They are the water that seals the covenant. There are times when life stops being a sequence of days and becomes a decoding of symbols. You, Taurus, have entered that time. What you once called coincidence now shows its true face. Communication. Every repeated number, every unexpected silence, every dream that blurs the edge of memory, all of it has been guiding you toward the unveiling of the divine testament, the document of light that holds your purpose. And now, as the energy shifts around you, those pages are opening, not before your eyes, but within your chest. You have felt it lately, haven't you? A pulse beneath your skin that doesn't match your heartbeat. The strange sense of déjà vu when meeting new people, as if their faces were written in an old script. A pressure in the air before certain decisions, as though the universe itself were holding its breath. That is the testament speaking. It doesn't speak through sound, it speaks through frequency. And your body, your emotions, your very intuition are the language through which it translates. This testament is not a reward, not a gift randomly handed out by fate. It is an acknowledgement, a confirmation that your soul has completed cycles of endurance and is now ready to access a higher stewardship of energy. Because here's the truth, you are not inheriting something. You are remembering someone, the ancient version of you that first wrote this covenant. Long before you were born, your soul stood before a council of divine intelligence, not as a supplicant, but as a co-creator. You chose to carry certain frequencies, patience, loyalty, stability, beauty through structure. And you agreed that when the world's chaos reached its peak, your vibration would become a stabilizing axis. That agreement was sealed as an energetic testament, and now, in October's electric corridor of destiny, that seal is breaking open. It is not a coincidence that everything around you feels unstable. It is the cracking of old structures to reveal the inheritance beneath. Think of a seed. It must break before it grows. And you, Taurus, are that sacred seed splitting open to reveal golden roots. The inheritance within most people chase blessings outside themselves, but your testament unfolds inward. It begins in your core, spiraling outward like light rediscovering itself. At first, it feels like fatigue, as though your body is shedding invisible weight. You may sleep deeply or not at all. You may crave solitude, not out of sadness, but necessity. That is because your nervous system is recalibrating to a higher frequency of divine stewardship. The spiritual inheritance you are unlocking carries 3 codes, and each of them requires both surrender and courage. These are not metaphorical seals. They are energetic thresholds. Let's open them one by one together. The first seal, the seal of truth. The first seal is ruthless. It exposes illusions you didn't even know you carried. People you once trusted begin revealing another face. Situations that seemed certain begin to wobble. This is not betrayal, it's revelation, because truth doesn't destroy, it purifies. As this seal opens, you'll realize how many roles you've played that were never yours, how often you've settled for less out of loyalty or fear, and you'll feel the tension between who you were trained to be and who your soul insists you must become. The only way through this is honesty. Not the polite kind, the sacred kind that shatters comfort to create freedom. Write this somewhere private. I'm not here to please what no longer feeds me. That single line acts like an initiation key. It tells the universe you are ready for the next seal. The second seal, the seal of responsibility. After truth comes weight, but this time it's sacred weight. The universe begins to entrust you with energetic stewardship. You'll feel drawn to guide, protect, or build in ways that once overwhelmed you. Old fears will whisper, "Who am I to carry this much?" And destiny will respond, "You are the only one who can." This seal teaches mastery of energy, not control of others. It asks you to remain centered even when others project chaos. To lead without dominance. To love without attachment. To serve without depletion. Taurus, the soul inheritance you carry is the power to stabilize. When the world trembles, Your calm becomes a sanctuary. When others lose faith, your silence anchors them back into alignment. This is your invisible ministry, one that requires humility as much as strength. But beware, with sacred responsibility comes the temptation of pride. Do not mistake recognition for validation. Do not confuse guidance with control. You are a channel, not the source. Stay grounded in the soil of service, and the testament will continue to open. The third seal, the seal of manifestation. When the first two seals integrate, manifestation becomes effortless. You'll notice the energy reversing direction. No longer will you chase outcomes. They will orbit around you. Opportunities that once ignored you will seek your presence. People who once doubted you will speak your name with reverence. But here's the paradox. This is not about triumph. It's about stewardship. Your abundance is not yours to keep. It is currency for creation. The testament is alive. It flows. If you try to hoard it, it will stagnate. If you circulate it, it multiplies. The purpose of this inheritance is expansion, not possession. This is when you truly step into divine adulthood, the stage where gratitude replaces fear and action replaces waiting. Everything you touch will begin to vibrate differently. Projects will thrive under your attention. Even silence will feel charged with intention. When this happens, take a moment to remember, every blessing you see now was born from the parts of you that once broke. Nothing was wasted, not the pain, not the delay, not the loneliness. It was all the preparation for this activation, the unwritten fourth seal, the heart of the testament. Though most never reach it, there exists a fourth seal, one that cannot be taught, only awakened. It opens when love and purpose merge so completely that the line between you and the divine disappears. This is not romance, it's resonance. It's the moment when you realize that being chosen was never about privilege, but participation. You will feel it as a pulse of light radiating from the heart outward. In that instant, the universe will mirror it back through synchronicity so precise it feels impossible. A song lyric, a stranger's phrase, the exact time 11:11 appearing when you whisper a prayer. That is the signature of your soul confirming the testament is fulfilled. And from that moment forward, life no longer happens to you. It happens through you. The eternal oath. Now, Taurus, take a deep breath. Place your hand on your chest and feel the pulse beneath your palm. That rhythm is not just biology. It's the echo of the original oath you made before time. Every beat says, I remember. Repeat this silently. What was hidden in light, I now bring to form. What was sealed in silence, I now speak through my living. Ado, because the true inheritance of the divine testament is not knowledge, it's embodiment. To live as proof that destiny doesn't arrive one day. It awakens every day you choose courage over fear. So if your world feels like it's collapsing, don't run. That's not destruction, it's resurrection. Your old identity dissolving so your original frequency can finally shine. You were never forgotten, Taurus. You were being prepared. And now, as this testament unfurls, your task is simple yet sacred, to walk as the heir of your own light. For the universe doesn't choose randomly, it recognizes resonance. And your resonance, beloved Taurus, has finally reached the vibration of remembrance. There comes a moment, Taurus, when the divine pauses before delivering what you've asked for. It's not hesitation, it's measurement. The universe, precise and merciful, must first weigh the vessel before pouring the sacred wine. And now it weighs you. You have received the call, the symbols, the seals. You've walked through revelation and loss, strength and surrender. But now destiny asks its oldest question: can you carry the light without forgetting your own shadow? Because inheritance without humility corrupts, power without compassion blinds, and light unbalanced by darkness becomes unbearable. This is the threshold few cross willingly, the space between knowing you were chosen and proving you can be trusted. You are standing there now, Between the echo of your past self and the birth cry of your higher one, listen closely. The test has already begun. The first movement, silence. At first, everything will go quiet. Conversations dry up. People who used to understand you will drift away or misread your silence as distance. Plans will stall without reason. This is not abandonment. It's sacred isolation. The divine removes the noise so you can hear your own frequency unfiltered. You will want to fill the void, to text, to plan, to fix. Resist that impulse. Sit with the discomfort of stillness. Because silence is not emptiness, it is the sound of recalibration. In the hush, your true voice begins to rise. You'll notice it, a deeper tone within your thoughts, a language that doesn't come from the mind but from something older, wiser, infinite. That is your soul retrieving fragments of the original covenant, teaching you how to walk, not with effort, but with authority. The second movement, the mirror. When you pass through silence, the mirror arrives. It does not show your face. It shows your patterns. This is the most intimate part of the initiation because the mirror never flatters. Old wounds resurface disguised as new challenges. People reappear carrying the same energy as those who once hurt you. But this time, you are not the same. The test isn't about them. It's about whether you'll choose reaction or recognition. You might be tempted to repeat the story, to chase what rejected you, to justify what betrayed you, to explain what already expired. But the mirror asks only one thing. Will you respond as the heir or as the orphan? The orphan defends. The heir simply stands. The orphan fights for proof. The heir radiates certainty. The orphan chases love. The heir is love. And when you choose to stand, when you refuse to replay the old script, something shifts. The mirror dissolves. Not because the reflection disappears, but because you've transcended the need for validation. That moment of neutrality is the exact vibration of mastery. It's the moment the testament recognizes its keeper. The third movement, the temptation. Every heir faces this. Just when you start feeling alignment, life will whisper, take the shortcut. It will offer you quick praise, easy comfort, premature reward. Be careful, Taurus. Destiny never bargains. It tests. The shortcut will look appealing because it mirrors what you've been waiting for. Affection, opportunity, recognition. But look deeper. It will feel slightly off, too fast, too bright, too loud. That's how the false inheritance lures the unready. The true testament requires patience because divine timing is protective timing. So when the easy door appears, remember, if it demands you betray your peace, it's not the door. It's the detour. This is where most souls fail the trial, mistaking comfort for confirmation, but not you. You've carried too much to fall back into illusion now. The testament trusts you because you've learned that what costs your soul is never worth the price. The fourth movement, the fire. When the temptation passes, fire enters, not external, internal. It comes as emotion so raw you'll think something's wrong. Sudden tears, unexplainable joy, old grief rising in waves. Don't resist it. This is purification, not punishment. Fire doesn't arrive to burn you, it arrives to crown you. Because in the alchemy of destiny, every heir must burn away what cannot rise. You cannot carry resentment into royalty. You cannot hold guilt in the hands meant to bless. You cannot fear the same light you're meant to radiate. So the divine allows the heart to ignite until all illusions melt, leaving only truth. And in that naked truth, Taurus, you rediscover your original power, the peace of authenticity. When you stop fighting what you feel, your emotions stop being storms and start being signals. They become your internal compass, the same compass your ancestors once followed when they built temples by the stars. You carry that same blueprint in your blood, and the fire reveals it. The fifth movement, the confirmation. Finally, when the silence, mirror, temptation, and fire have passed, the universe will send confirmation, not as applause, as alignment. Things begin to move again. Messages arrive, support appears, synchronicities multiply. You'll notice your inner voice and outer reality begin to echo each other perfectly. That's when you know the trial has been completed. You will not receive a crown. You will receive clarity. You will not hear a trumpet. You will feel peace, and in that peace a whisper, you were never being tested to prove your worth. You were being refined so your worth could speak for itself. The sacred instruction, now that you've endured the trial, destiny will begin to weave new instructions into your path. Pay attention to 3 signs. 1, a conversation that starts with, "I don't know why I'm telling you this, but..." That's divine coordination. 2, a repeated number appearing in strange intervals, your energy signature syncing with the testament. 3, an emotional release that arrives out of nowhere, the final shedding before elevation. When these appear, don't rush to analyze. Bow your head and say, "The Heir has heard." Because you, Taurus, are not waiting for confirmation. You are becoming it. The decree of completion. Now, to seal this 4th part, place both hands over your heart, inhale deeply, and write this decree in the comments. Let it anchor the energy. I pass the trial in truth, humility, and light. My soul is the vessel worthy of the inheritance written in my name. Repeat it 3 times, once for your past, once for your present, once for the future that has already begun. And remember, if this message resonates, leave your hype on the video, like, share, and if you feel called, become a member of this sacred space. Every act of hype expands the current, strengthens the light, and carries this energy to other souls who are awakening right now, just like you. You were never searching for destiny, Taurus. Destiny was searching for you. Every delay, every detour, every heartbreak was the choreography of that search. Now, as the dust of old lessons settles, the design becomes visible, a golden geometry unfolding within the patterns of your daily life. That's how the divine works. It hides revelation in routine, waiting for your awareness to catch up. And now, you see it, you feel it, you are it. What once felt like a burden reveals itself as blueprint. Every loss had a lineage, every ending, a map. Each moment of pain was not an interruption, it was instruction. All of it was sculpting you into the only vessel capable of carrying this vibration, because what's awakening now isn't just yours, it's ancestral. You are not a single soul in time. You are the culmination of 1,000 prayers whispered through your bloodline. Those who came before you, the ones who broke, built, waited, endured, are now standing behind you, watching you claim what they could only dream of. Their unfinished stories find closure through your courage. Their silence finds voice in your conviction. Their deferred blessings find arrival in your hands. This is the true inheritance, not wealth, not fame, but continuity, the sacred realization that your life is the answer to a lineage of longing. The visible signs of the inheritance. In the weeks ahead, physical confirmations will begin to manifest around you. They will appear quietly, elegantly, just as the universe always moves when grace takes over. Here's how you'll recognize them. 1. The shift in energy spaces that once drained you will suddenly feel lighter. You might walk into a room and feel warmth without cause. That's your frequency altering the environment. What you carry now is alchemical. It transforms everything it touches. 2. The returning opportunity. Something you once wanted, a project, an idea, a relationship, a dream, will return, but not in its old form. The new version aligns with your evolved energy. You'll know it's real because it no longer feels like pursuit, but partnership. You are not chasing, you are magnetizing. 3. The new voice. Your intuition will change tone. It will stop sounding like guidance and start sounding like command. Clear, calm, direct. Because once destiny activates, intuition stops being an option. It becomes instruction. 4. The unexpected messenger. A person, possibly the very stranger from the earlier parts of this revelation, will reappear or reach out. They may not speak in mystical terms, but every word will carry weight. Their presence will feel like déjà vu. That's because they were always part of the plan, a custodian of the testament, sent to ensure the heir recognizes the call. When this happens, do not overthink it. Do not ask why now. Simply breathe and say, it's time. Because Taurus, you are no longer waiting for permission. You are living the prophecy. The crown of stillness. It may surprise you that the final stage of destiny doesn't come with thunder. It comes with quiet. The noise of striving falls away. The anxiety of waiting dissolves. You stop trying to arrive because you finally realize you already have. That peace you feel now is not the absence of movement, it is the mastery of flow. You are in rhythm with your timeline. You no longer chase signs, you emit them. The universe no longer tests you, it trusts you. This is what it means to be an heir. To move through the world, not seeking validation, but radiating remembrance. To speak softly, but shift frequencies. To create not from ambition, but from attunement. Your presence itself becomes the miracle. You are no longer a seeker of light. You are its embodiment, the prophetic completion. At this point, Baba Vanga's words echo through the ether. When the child of earth remembers their origin, heaven will bend to meet them. That is what is happening now, Taurus. Heaven bends. The line between spiritual and physical blurs. Dreams and reality merge into a single continuum. You will begin to notice that what you think manifests faster, almost instantly, because the universe no longer needs to test your intention. It knows you have become trustworthy. This is not magic, it's precision. Energy obeys integrity, and you, Taurus, are now living in integrity with your soul. But do not mistake peace for passivity. The testament will continue to guide you into new missions. Collective ones, because your inheritance isn't meant to end with you. It must flow through you. You will be drawn to build something that outlives your name. A project, a community, a legacy of healing or art or truth. Something that carries your frequency into generations that will never meet you, yet will be moved by what you create. That, Taurus, is the true definition of destiny, to become eternal through impact. The closing of the testament. The stranger who once appeared may vanish again, quietly without goodbye. But this time, you will not feel loss, because you'll understand. They were never here to stay. They were here to awaken what was always inside you. Their mission is complete the moment you stop seeking them and start recognizing yourself as the continuation of their message. When that realization dawns, the testament will seal itself, not as a book closed, but as a life completed in purpose. From then on, every sunrise becomes scripture, every heartbeat, a hymn, every choice, a verse written in divine ink. You will walk differently, speak differently, love differently, because once destiny calls you by name, nothing ordinary survives the sound. Now, Taurus, seal the energy of this prophecy by writing this decree, not as hope, but as fact. I am the living testament of divine purpose. What was written in heaven now breathes through my life. I walk in peace, crowned by remembrance. Feel these words anchor deep in your body. You have completed the cycle. The seeker becomes the heir. The waiting becomes the walking. The prophecy becomes presence. And if these words found you in a moment where you needed confirmation, this is it. The stranger was never out there. The heir was always you. If this message touched your soul, leave your hype below, like, share, and if your spirit feels called, become a member of this sacred channel. Every act of hype strengthens this current of light, expands this space of remembrance, and brings this revelation to others who are ready to awaken their own inheritance. Because when one Taurus remembers, the entire constellation realigns. And tonight, Taurus, the stars bend toward your name.